This is Irmgard Cobuilt interviewing Mr. and Mrs. Krieg of 81 Hillier Road, Gawler. Could you tell me your names, please?
Arthur Harold Krieg.
And yours?
Louise, Emma Louise Krieg.
And they call you?
Louise.
Louise.
Or Louis.
May I call you by your Christian name?
Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Irmgard, by the way.
Yes.
And when were you born?
1907.
And you?
Yeah, 1907.
Same year.
Well, that makes you both 80 then.
Yes.
Over 80 now.
23rd of June, yes.
About 2 months. A little bit over 2 months.
Yes.
Over 80 now.
When did your grandparents arrive in Australia? Oh, yours rather, Arthur.
Well,
It'd be
I
in
don't
the family
actually
book.
know.
Be in the Krieg book. You should have that here.
Get the Krieg book out here. I don't know for sure.
And where do they settle when they arrived here?
Well, I think they settled at Williamstown for a while, and then they shifted to Lindok, Hoffnungstal.
Hoffnungstal.
Yeah.
That was the settlement out from east of Lindok.
Yes, about a mile from Jacobi Church.
Yes, St. Jacobi
Yeah,
Church.
yeah.
They had a farm there?
Yes, well, he bought a lot of land there around about 2 miles inside of Lindok.
And did farming.
Yes, farming and vineyard.
Vineyard too.
Yeah,
Oh.
for the reach.
Do you know much about the Hoffnungstal settlements?
Well, not a great lot, see, it was before my time, really.
Yes, but could you tell us what you know about it? There were a certain group of settlers there, mostly German, that settled in the valley, as I understand it. And they call it Hoffnungstal, which means Valley of Hope.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm supposed to chip in.
You can.
Then, see, they settled there and the flood came. They had a ship from there then.
It was low-lying land.
And they said the Aborigines warned them, big water.
Yes.
But they didn't take much notice anyway through the night, then they had to get out.
It was a
In the
thunderstorm.
night, I think, yeah.
Yes, and the houses were flooded out.
Yeah. But
And-
the church was built up higher. The foundation's still there.
Of the
For the
church?
church, yes.
Yes.
They left that there, the cement part, and got a monument on there now with names on there, people that lived there.
Of all the settlers that
Yeah.
were there. Yes.
I thought
So
it says
it's-
here,
Well, there was really Zirk's Lagoon. Zirk's Lagoon, that's where Zirk's had that ground. Zirk's out there.
I see.
And
It
there's
is.
2 family of Zirk's around there.
It would be privately owned now.
yeah, some private people have got it now.
Yes.
And so your grandparents lived there all their life?
Yes, they did afterwards, yeah. My grandfather went to Ballarat with a German wagon and horses, drove to Ballarat from there, and he come back with £1,000 worth of gold. And he bought this property around about
I
there.
see.
That's how he got a fair bit of it. Then they owned some ground, what Graham's got now. Kelly bought it. Kelly bought it off him for £20 an acre, some of that ground.
Yes.
Before you get to the church, a lot of vines. I don't know whether you've ever been out there. And he planted vines on it, Kelly did.
So it's
And
great.
years to come, Graham's bought it off Kelly.
I see.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it says here, records show the family left from the German port of Bremen on the 12th of October 1846 aboard the 478-ton ship, the Heloise.
Yes.
The ship they came out on.
1846.
Carried a total, 1846.
46. That's when they
204 German immigrants and its captain, Mr. Beckman. Ship berthed at Adelaide on 17th of March 1847. That's how long they're on the...
Yes, 4 months. Yes.
Mm.
And where did your parents live, your family live?
Well, see, when my father first got married, he still lived in Lindau. He got married, what do you call where mother was? I just missed.
What,
Robertstown.
Robertstown.
That's where they got married, at Robertstown.
Your mother came from Robertstown.
Yeah, Robertstown. There were 11 of them in the family at Robertstown, 8 girls and 3 boys.
Well,
Yeah.
and how many were in your father's family?
Oh, there were 8 of us, all told.
No, but that's
Yeah.
your family.
Yeah.
Your father's family. Your,
Oh, there were 7 brothers and 6 sisters.
So it says in here,
Yeah.
15.
13.
13.
And,
No, 15 altogether.
15
yes,
altogether.
but they
Two
died at the infant.
Yes,
war.
2 died.
Yeah.
Mm. So a big family of 15. My.
Years ago, they used to have big families.
Yes. And your family, you said, were 8.
in my family, yeah.
And you are the youngest?
No, second youngest.
Second youngest
yeah.
of that family. When did your father settle here in Gawler?
Oh, well, he's only about, I think, over 12 months at Lindau, and then he come to Gawler.
Gawler River.
Gawler River, yeah. He settled there about 1901, I suppose.
Quite near the river?
Yes, it's just enough, about half a chain off of the fence, the bank. Half a
Yes.
chain.
And was that near the Wingate Road crossing?
Yeah, no, well, it's the Wingate crossing this side.
Yes.
We would live the other side,
Not far
Gawler
from-
River,
yes.
what they call Gawler River, yeah.
And you had a farm there?
Yeah, yeah.
About what size?
Well, about 160 acres, I suppose you'd call it, about 160.
Was that enough for the
Wasn't very
family?
big and all.
Well, see, what happened is, his brother, Paul Krieg, they were in partnership together, and they were renting 700 acres from Busbridge at 3 shillings an acre.
They were renting land.
That had cleared quite a lot, scrub, a lot of
It was,
stuff.
it was all scrub still, or most of it?
Most of it was, yeah. They cleared quite a lot, and they did fairly well there. And
Yes.
then Paul Krieg's wife wanted to go to Sippleville, where her parents lived. And they parted from there, and my father was on his own then, and he had his own ground, 160 acres. In fact, he had a bit more where Dick Kerber lives now. He had 80 acres there. He had that too, but he never had quite paid, so he turned around and sold that 80 acres. Then that made him 160, all told. I don't really know what he got for it at that time. Of course, then we sort of mixed farming, dairy, cows and that on the other side.
Yes. Was it good land?
Yeah, it's fairly good, like what you would call the river flats.
Oh, that big,
Yeah,
rich soil.
yeah. He used to grow a lot of marrows and watermelons and pine melons in the flats without water.
Yes.
See, they fell out early, and then they grow a crop on it afterwards.
And what about hay?
Yes, they come out mainly hay, what they grew. In those times they used to cut up a lot of chaff at the mill in Gawler.
And about what tonnage would he have got off?
Oh, about 2 to 3 tons. Some years it's not quite as good.
And what price would he have got for the hay?
Well, at that time, hay used to go, the price used to go up and down, all depends on the weather, see.
On the season?
Yeah. Now, 1940, in that drought year, he got £5.10 a tonne for hay.
It was pounds. Yes.
Pounds, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there just wasn't any hay, so the price went up.
Different ones around there bought hay. They were short of hay.
Yes.
And,
That's, of course,
actually,
was
my father really had plenty of fodder in his amount.
those were the horse days still.
Yes, yes. He had the Clydesdale horses.
Aren't they beauties?
Yeah. And he always used to keep a stallion to breed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always bred his own.
Bred
About
his
how many
own.
horses would you have had? Work horses?
Yeah, he eight. Eight used to have. Yeah.
Only 8?
Yeah. See, there was only a small place.
And didn't have such big implements.
No, I don't think he had a harvester. We only had a stripper.
And
Used
you
to
know-
put it in a big heap and then they have a winners.
Yes.
Clean it that way. They don't grow a great lot of grain, it used to be mainly hay. Those days they used to grow hay everywhere around the district, all over.
Somebody ought to go grinder for making bread, to make wheat, and to make
Oh
flour,
yes,
wouldn't
but I think the other part they used to have.
How would you start your day with horses?
Well, I never ever worked on the farm. See, my elder brothers, I was still going to school, but they used to work and start about 7 o'clock, I suppose, round about.
They'd have to feed the horses first.
Yeah, well, it might be earlier. It may have been 6, I don't know, see.
Your father sold the farm
He sold the farm, yeah.
and came to live in Gawler.
Yeah, it's a hilly road up there, about a half a mile up the road here.
So you were still going to school then?
Yes, I went another 3 months after we shifted there.
And where did you go to school?
Louise, down here. Louise down here.
This, what used to be the Booksville, the settlement.
Settlement, yeah.
A settlement
Here.
on the Two Wells Road, from Gawler to Two Wells,
Yes,
or
that's
Gawler
right.
to
Yes,
Gawler River Road. Do you know much about the settlement of Booksvelde, or Louise as it was called later?
Well,
You had a church there and a
we had a
cemetery?
church there. We used to go to church there at the Louise church. We used to go there. Pastor Shearer used to come from Canberra, or Canberra, I think Ryan Willett used to
That's
be
down
there.
towards the Murray.
That's the other side of Henderson.
Yes.
Yeah. And he'd come once a month to preach. And the reader used to be Grants from out towards Sands, Kangaroo Flat Way.
Mm-hmm. So you had service every Sunday?
No, every fortnight.
Every 2 weeks. The church belonged to the Lutheran Church?
Well, it really belonged to Redica.
Yeah, Lutheran.
Rodica belonged to Rodica, yeah.
Who had something to do with the founding of the church there.
Yes, I suppose. I don't remember that when it was built. It was still there when I
No,
got there.
it was according to the inscription dates on the memorial stone. It was built in 1863, was used by the Lutherans until 1949, and also by the Methodists. Methodists used to have services
they
in the
used to have-
afternoon.
The afternoon, they used to have every Sunday in the afternoon. Yeah.
And Sunday school.
Sunday school, yes.
And then the Methodists bought it in 1949, and it was demolished in 1975. These are the dates on the memorial stone down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Oh, you went
Cemetery.
there. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
The cemetery is there right alongside the church.
Yes,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. There's been quite a lot of people buried there. The Rodicas.
A lot of Rodicas.
And one of my father's sisters were buried there, Mrs. Zimmerman.
Yes.
And then my cousins, what you call Ivan Krieg's father's father lived there.
Yeah, his grandfather then.
Ivan's grandfather, and they had 2 children buried there.
It was mostly farmers around the area.
Yes, mainly farmers, yeah. The Pastor Rodica built that church with his own money.
Oh,
Righty,
yes. And where did you go to school? In the church? Did they use the school building for the church building for the school? Or was it a separate building?
No, the school just before you get to the church, just the other side there. And off the side, they got, I think they turned it into a house now, sold.
Oh.
I don't know whether you've ever been along
The
there.
building's still there.
Yes,
Yes.
the building's still there.
On the opposite side of the road?
The opposite side, yes.
I see.
About, what would it be? About 4 or 5 chains further up.
I see.
Yeah. It runs right to the main road at the front of it. There's a lot of gum trees and different trees around the place.
And how did you go to school?
We walked
Walked? That was
about 2 miles.
2 miles, morning and night.
Yeah,
Shanks's pony.
Shanks's pony.
yeah, there we sure.
Rain and shine,
Yeah, make any difference.
frost and all. Did you go barefoot those days?
No, I used to wear boots. I never went barefoot.
Did that school also get closed during the First World War? Or changed over to state school?
Oh no, that was open for a while after some of my boys, Raymond, that went to school there.
Yeah, but that wasn't a Lutheran school.
What? No, that wasn't a loose
It was not a Lutheran school,
No,
it
it
was a
was
state
a
school right from the start.
public school.
I see.
Yeah.
I thought it was connected with the Booksveld settlement.
No, it's got nothing to do with it.
I see.
No, education department must have built them.
I see.
That was built years ago before my time.
That noise going on there.
I suppose I do. I'll just try it out. How did you go to school?
We walked to school.
Yeah, yes, 2 miles.
2 miles, that's right. There.
All weathers. Rain and shine and frost and hail.
Mainly, yes. I think perhaps father may have drove us there if it was wet, I don't know.
Driven.
I don't remember that.
And raincoats, I suppose.
Raincoats.
Did you have raincoats?
Yes, we had raincoats.
Yes. Yeah. Did you have to help at home before and after school?
Well, not very much, I don't think. We used to drive the cows up across the road, the Water River Road there, and the Powena paddock over the road. We used to take them when we went to school, see. Then when we come home from school, we used to bring the cows home again to get milked, see.
It was on the way to and from school.
Yeah.
But you had quite a few older brothers and sisters.
Yes,
To
we're
do the
6
work.
older than me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So your father lived right on the river, almost on the river.
Yeah. About a half a chain off of the riverbank.
And was it good land?
Yeah, fairly good ground. He always grew good crops on it. It was a sort of a heavy soil, wasn't a real light soil, but it's more of a river flat, you know,
And you could
for growing anything.
grow wheat or hay.
Yes, we had wheat, hay.
It has quite good hay crops.
Yes. Well, he put one paddock in 4 years and he got a fairly good crop off every year for that. That was about, I think the last crop he cut, about 2 tons an acre. Yeah. We used to grow potatoes. When we used to feed the cows, they used to put a bag of, the ordinary wheat bags, cut them all up and put them all in potatoes. We used to grow some good potatoes there.
Did you, this is for the home, you didn't
For the
keep-
home, yes, yeah.
Did you keep cows and pigs?
Yes, cows and pigs, yes,
And you have working horses?
yes. We used to have about eight for a team. Then he used to rear them there, you could fold and rear them up when the others would get too old.
He had a stallion.
Yes, we had a stallion. Oh, he did have one, yeah.
Did he travel the stallion around the district?
No, he never ever travelled, just for his own use like, yeah.
So that they were Clydesdale horses.
Clydesdale, yeah, that's right.
Would you have any idea how much he got for the hay?
Well, the 1914 drought year, he got about £5 a tonne for it.
That was because there was so little hay
Yeah, there
elsewhere.
wasn't much about the droughts, different places at that time, different states.
Yes. Those were the time of horses, of course, and all the horses needed chaff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, cows too. In fact, they had to buy feed for the sheep too, to keep them going up north that way. Used to send the chaff right over to Sydney, different places in the country. And the chaff mills here, they send it away.
Gawler had chaff mills.
Yes, they had, there were, I think, 3 chaff mills in Gawler. Where Coles are now, Knox used to own that chaff mill years ago, people named Knox. And then I had one at the back of the street there, the back of where Woolworths used to be, on the top end, on the High Street there, they used to have it. Then Knox, I bought that off of Knox, and I was carried on there. And then in Gawler South, where Noakes live now, what do you call it, who has that again now? Or Payne's had that. Payne's had that first, then Noakes bought that chaff mill off of Payne.
So there were 3 main chaff mills in Gawler,
Yes,
all
there were.
functioning at the same time?
Yes, there's different ones buy different hay, from different ones. Have people around buying hay.
Gawler was known as the hay district.
Yeah, even Freeling was too. Yeah, got the hay.
And this hay was trucked from the railway station?
Yeah.
Chaff, I meant to say.
Yes, they used to, where Coles are now, they used to bring trucks up from the station with horses in front. There used to be all tandem, about half a dozen horses.
Railway trucks?
Yes, there used to be a railway line right through Murray Street years ago.
Was that the tram line? The
tram.
horse
Tram line, yes, yes.
And they used to run these
Trucks, yes.
on the tram lines?
Yes, right up to where Coles are now. And then it filled the trucks up with chaff bags, chaff bags, and then they'd horses, and they'd pull them right down to Gawler Town Station.
And hook them onto trains there.
There, the train there.
So it was quite a thriving business, the hay and chaff business.
Oh yeah, and then the 2 foundries going, May Brothers and
Perry's.
Martin was there first, and Perry was his son-in-law. And when Martin died, Perry took over.
Yes. So Martin's was later called Perry's.
Yes, Martin started there, and then when he died, Perry took his son-in-law.
Oh, there's the statues about James Martin, is that him?
Yes, that's
Yes,
James Martin.
yes, he was the first one to start there.
He employed some 700 people, so I understand.
Oh, it would have been all that, I think, yes.
And Perry's had quite a few workers too.
Yes.
They used to, how do they used to get there?
I think a lot went on push bike because we're
A lot of bikes used to be there.
in Gawler shopping. My mother and myself were standing in the street, and 5 o'clock whistle blew, and there was bikes coming out everywhere.
From the
And then,
foundries?
yeah, from the foundry
Yes.
there, from Perry's.
Yes.
Actually, years ago, there was only about a half dozen cars in about Gawler. That's about all.
This is in the 1920s or before?
Yeah, 1920s would have been.
1920s, yes. But then the time 1930, well, there was quite a lot of cars getting around.
Yes.
We're talking about the tram line, must have been the same size as the train engine, because when Perry's finished, and we were in Gawler one day too, and the train came out. engine.
From the foundry.
Yes, came out from
And
the
you-
foundry, was whistling, blowing his whistle all along the street.
It's been quite exciting.
Yes, it was. Everybody's coming out the shops looking at it.
The Perrys used to make engines.
Marvellous how they made those things, isn't
Yes. They did a lot of implements, strippers.
Oh,
That
was
was May Brothers.
That was May Brothers
Yes,
mainly.
May Brothers.
Well, what is Perry's?
Was making engines, yeah,
it?
for the railways.
I see.
Trucks, I suppose, too. Would have only been engines.
Oh, I don't know, it could have
Perry's
been.
Engineering Works, they called it, but I think they only make train, but that must be a job to make a train engine. When you look at an engine, that,
Powerful things.
Yeah.
Were there any other factories in Gawler?
or a butter factory.
There was
Was
butter
it?
factory, used to be Taylor Brothers years ago, that one, you know, perhaps I don't
Butter
know.
factory's only just closed a little while ago. Farmers
Yeah,
Union.
well, yeah,
helped
Farmers
it, yeah.
Union bought it afterwards,
Yeah,
but Taylor Brothers owned it first.
yeah. People around the district used to take their cream there. The people I worked for
Then,
used to take the cream every Friday.
See, Farmers Union bought it from Taylor Brothers.
Then there was the ironworks on
Oh,
Church
oh,
Hill.
Oh, yes,
Foundry.
Thompson's
Foundry.
in King Street. There was a foundry there, like cast iron.
Yeah, these things that we got on the veranda here, you know, the square iron things they made there.
Lace iron.
And then they
Yeah.
used to have these veranda with these iron things.
Yeah, that
See, they
was-
got the
that's-
same as I got there at the front there.
So I just said. And then there's fancy lattice work and that too on the veranda.
Yes, they
so
used to do all that Thompson. Yeah.
they must have made other things too, I suppose. That's just some one or two items we can think of, but they must have done other things.
There were 4 brick kilns in Gawler. Bright owned one, Bright, that's one on near the showground across from the Oval there. There used to be a big hole there, they filled that all in and the cars park in there now. You might have seen like you just park cars on the shows that on. There was a big hole dug out, but they'd been taking the clay out for make bricks bright.
Where the showgrounds are.
Yeah, just across the
Across
road
the
from
road.
the showground there. And then there was Joyceman's, you know where the swimming pool is there? Across the road there. There was another big pit there, Joyceman used to, you make bricks there.
So it must have been clay ground in Gawler then, wasn't it?
And then there was Weaver. He was the first one had a brick kiln in Gawler. You know where the Gawler Williston Post Office is? Where you take the first turn to the left, just down the hill there was a big hole there. I don't know if it's filled in or not, might be filled in there, I don't know. Come right to the main road, just about to the fence.
Did they have lime kilns too?
Yes, there was 3 lime kilns, sure. There was Turner's lime kiln and Ward's lime kiln. And then there was another lime kiln, I don't know who had that. That was where they got a playground there, you go up to Williston Cemetery on the side there. I don't know who had that. Forget.
Where did they get the lime from?
The stone, limestone. Yeah. They used to go out towards Beltway. Men used to go out quarrying stones. You'd get them about 8 inches down in the ground, and you'd dig them out with a pick and shovel. And then people used to go with English wagons and fill the wagons and take it to the lime kiln.
And was the lime shipped elsewhere from here?
Well, could have been. I suppose they would have. They wouldn't have used it all here. Because years ago there was a lot of building done around Gawler, a lot of old places around Gawler.
All stone buildings, you
Stone,
use the lime.
stone, yeah.
I understand there was also sand carving business.
Yeah. Yes, there were a lot of sand carving done. There were about 50 drays, sand drays or more.
And
Yeah.
where do they cart this sand to?
Well, some used to cart it to North Gawler, or down that end of the river, and down this way they used to cart to Gawler South Station.
To the railway station.
The railways, yeah. Put in trucks. They'd have trucks out and they'd fill trucks and then they'd truck it down to town or wherever they want to go down that way.
And all shovel work?
Yeah, sure, shovel, yeah.
They,
Now the bulldozers, eh?
No,
yeah, no
nothing like
bulldozers
that.
now.
Yeah.
The sand was got from the Gawler River. It was white sand.
White, yes, real pure white sand. It was really good
It
sand.
was washed, so there wasn't in the water.
I don't know whether it might have washed from the river, but it wasn't really washed otherwise.
But it came out wet quite often.
Yeah, it come out wet, yeah.
And they had to, they wore special gear for getting the sand.
Yes, they used to have these high boots right up to the waist here.
I see.
To the waist, oh.
Yes, they used to work in about a foot of water in places, yeah, with the sand.
So they were some of the main industries in Gawler.
Yeah, yeah.
And was there much fruit grown around Gawler? Fruit and vegetables for sale?
Well,
No,
there was
wasn't.
braes out Lewiston there, this side of the church, the opposite side of the church, this way. Bray, he had a garden in the river flat down from the house right near the main road.
On the
down
north
with
side of
Stone
the-
House. That's where Brays lived. And then they had a working man called what you call Jim Parham. He used to work for Brays. So they said pears and apples and all sorts of different fruits
Don't know
down
what they
there.
did with it.
I don't know where they used to sell it, I don't know for sure. But I suppose they used to sell to some of the grocers in Gawler.
Were there oranges grown too?
Yes, out of Gawler River, Boyd Dawkins' father, used to grow a lot had an orange garden out there, and he used to often go in, he had one of his spring wagons. He used to fill it, load it up with oranges and take them. I don't know, perhaps they were sent away to Adelaide, I don't know, see, what happened.
Did you used to get some oranges from there sometimes?
Yeah,
We never went down, but he used to give a ride to school and he'd give us a couple of oranges to eat, like he'd have in front of his wagon.
Your parents had a fruit garden too?
Oh, they had a few trees there, a peach tree and one or two others. Not a great lot of fruit. They used to buy quite a lot of fruit themselves. There was a pear tree there close to the bank, the river, and there's a quince tree there too.
Mulberry?
A mulberry tree, great big mulberry tree, but I went down here last year and the mulberry tree is dying away. Great big tree, we used to climb up on the top to get mulberries. I suppose the mulberry tree was with this sunroom and this here round, great big tree. It was like, in the middle there were two trunks, one going that way and one that way.
Yes.
It used to be real round. Used to be nice, good mulberries too. You'd see the bloke down there, you reckon there used to be nice big mulberries on that tree. We used to go picking them and we'd pick a dishful perhaps, and we'd squeeze the juice out and put a bit of sugar in and eat it.
Lovely.
Used to be alright, used to taste alright.
You used to have some vines too?
Oh, yes, there was a few down the river. We never actually planted any, but there was a few come up. I suppose they got washed there or something. That's where she got the vine leaf that time when I drowned the serving girl. Yeah.
When you nearly got drowned?
Yeah, that's right.
When you were only 2.5. Now, this was when you very nearly drowned, when you were 2.5.
Yeah, that's right. There would have been just after Christmas, after New Year, it'd be about January, I suppose, when it happened, summertime.
There was quite a pool of water there.
Yes, it was a fairly deep pool. It was in the Gawler River. Used to have pools, deep pools in places. It'd be just about dry on another place running the water. But you know where Wingate's Crossing is? Where you cross over on the. Well, all depends which way you're coming. You're coming from your place, on the right-hand side. There always be water there, never dry. Plenty of water. And this other side, used to be just pool of water, you know, the summertime.
Did your parents ever pump water out of the river?
No, they never pumped water. They had a well and a windmill just on top, you know, off the river bit. They used to pump the water into a great big stone tank. They built a great big round stone tank, and then they had a trough built on that too, where a half a dozen horses could drink at the same time. It used to be about that high, I suppose.
About 3 foot high.
Yeah.
A stone trough.
A stone trough built with stone, and the tank was built with stone. And they used to pump the windmill, used to pump the water into the tank. And they'd, after they had a float or something on the water there.
Anyway, you fell into the pool of water.
Yes, I don't know how I fell in. I don't remember. I wasn't old enough to know, you know. I must have run down the shit. She was picking violently, and I suppose she must have seen me soon after, because if I come up the third time, then that was the last time I would have come up.
How did they know that was the third time, I wonder?
Well, they said that time, I don't know.
Yeah,
But I don't remember a thing.
No,
It
you
was
won't.
like a dream. I would have never come around again. I wouldn't know the thing about it. We were too young.
This was your older sister and the maid were there.
Yes, the girl what served there with mother. She was there. She was name was Esther Kyle from Tanunda.
And she pulled you out.
Yes, she pulled me out. My sister held onto the tree, and she had hold of her hand, and they pulled me out.
And was she able to resuscitate you?
She couldn't get me around. That was the funny part of it. She tried. She learnt at school how to save a person that drowned. But she got up top of the bank and just crawled through the fence. And she sort of, a bit heavy, she put me through. There used to be just 3 plain wires there.
She
And
rolled,
I come to life.
she rolled you through the fence.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you came round.
Yeah.
That
Seems
way.
strange, doesn't it?
Well, it may have dislodged. Yes.
I was lucky to be here.
So, and now you're still here and you're 80.
Yes, 80 in over 2 months now.
Are there any other of your family still alive?
No, I'm the last survivor. And I lived the longest, and I could have been the first one gone.
Yes.
So it just shows how things happen sometimes.
Now, Louise, where did your family come from?
Well, they lived at Balgown when I was born, the Yorks Peninsula, around Maitland.
Did they have a farm there?
No, not first. At first they didn't. He was at Balgown, he did just odd jobs, I think. Then afterwards he rented a farm the other side of Maitland towards Ardrossan. And then we went to Cunningham School, and we lived there.
What kind of work did your father do?
Oh, farm work he did there, then he's renting a farm. And then he went, then we shifted up to Kaibunga, near Blythe. I was about 10, I think, we went up there. And he rented a farm there, did farm work there. But he thought he'd buy a place of his own, so he'd come down here. He thought, you know, Gawler was a good place, but just the Depression years, so he didn't, get very much work. He did work down at the, on the 2 wells there, on the bitumen plant, on the bitumising that road. So I don't know whether that was his last job. Can't really remember. Yeah,
You
yeah,
had
yeah.
a property
Just a
here.
block here, yes, with cows and fowls and things like that too.
About how many acres?
To 13, so they said it was. I didn't
Yeah,
think it was that
13
big.
years, I know.
Yes,
And you had your cows and fowls, and you were able to grow things for yourself in the vegetable garden.
That's right,
And
yeah.
fruit trees.
Fruit trees, yes, quite a few fruit trees. Used
Lot of
to
apricots.
sell apricots
The first
and peaches and,
Early-
first crop.
early
crop.
apricots.
Yes, they used to bring a good price because there weren't many about. And yet we ourselves didn't like, when you'd stew them, they'd sort of be fibrous around the stones. Have you ever had them like that? So
But
we
you
used to
made
sort-
jam?
Yeah, yes, we made jam too. Yeah.
Preserved them, dried them?
No, Mum never used to do much preserving, mostly jam. I think dried some. And she used to make jam in the copper. She used to make kerosene tin full of jam at a time.
In the old wood copper.
Yeah.
Well, that's the wood copper you used for
for washing.
Boiling the clothes
Yeah,
on washing day.
On washing day, yeah, that's right.
What kind of washing machine did she have?
Well, when we first come there, we still had a washing machine. You'd turn the wheel and the works would go, you know, like that. But
Like a little
yes,
milking stool
yeah,
with 4
but,
fingers.
that broke, and I couldn't get the parts because it came from Germany. There was another type you could get. You'd have to turn the wheel real fast, but this one you just, oh no, this one wasn't a wheel. This would go like that with a stick. And then afterwards you just washed by hand. You used to put the, what you call dry boiling, put the clothes in cold water in a cup, put it in dry like the sheets and pillows that weren't very dirty, and bring it to the boil. See, and that used to sort of bring it, then take it out and with a copper stick, take it out into a trough, rinse it and then blue it. Everything had to be blued those days.
And hang it up on the clothesline.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And then there was the ironing.
Yes, tablecloths would get starched, aprons would get starched, ironing with a box iron, it was called. Put white stumps on the stove so they'd make nice coals.
And fill the iron with coals.
Yeah, I know one day I was ironing and I went out of the breeze, you know, to float up a bit. When I come in, my apron was alight. So my brother was there, we always had a bucket of water near the stove, like for the filling the kettle and things, and he just put the bucket of water down. I dipped my apron into it. Could have got burnt, I suppose, too.
It could have easily.
You see the coals flared up and the flames come out of the holes on the side. And
Yes. Did your mother have a wood stove?
yes, only a wood stove, yeah. that's all we had
Mallee
there.
stumps?
Yes, we used to get very good wood from she had some relation up at near Dundas, I don't know what it was called again, and they used to be lovely wood. But then later on we just bought wood from the wood yard. But we had a good stove that used to bake well, that stove. It's only a little stove, but it used to be good for baking.
And what kind of things did you bake?
Oh, I don't think we baked bread anymore then. She did bake bread when we lived on the peninsula. Mostly cake, coffee cake and things like that.
Yeast cake?
Yes.
Deutsche Kuchen?
Yes, to make that.
Honey biscuits?
No, she wasn't a great one for honey biscuits. Not like some of the others were. She used to make a few, but not a great lot.
Would you make some for Christmas?
I don't think they did those days. I think those only came in later where they made them for Christmas for taking into the Ladies' Guild, collecting them for homes. Bringing for the homes.
That's like the same as the baker's got a big, I don't know.
They call it oven.
Bake oven.
Yes, great big. You used to put in about a dozen loaves of bread.
Slide them in a big old slide.
You'd burn the wood and that'd be all red coals and they'd put the bread on top.
It's marvellous how baked.
And they used to have these round tins, great big round tins with baked bread.
Old kerosene tins, cut in half.
No, they used to be the proper bought ones they were round.
Oh, I see.
They'll be rounder than that kettle. They're about half as much round again like that.
About 12 inches diameter.
Yeah. And then she used to have the long ones too, you know.
And she'd bake other things in there besides the bread?
Yes, what do you call it, German coffee cake, I suppose. Buns, I suppose. I don't know so much about that, but I know we used to bake bread. They used to have a big shovel where you slide the loaves in. And then years ago, after that, bake happened to come around there with bread. They give it away.
Surprising that people are starting again now baking bread, isn't there, you know?
They used to bake it the day before, then they'd leave it overnight to rise.
Oh, you mean mix the dough?
Dough, yeah.
Yes.
But now there's a yeast that does it quicker, about 2 hours. We had a demonstration at our guild, was it? Yeah, it was Ladies' Guild. She bought some dough ready mixed, but she left it out in the car about 2 hours. She was out there to rise while she was showing other things, and she had some ready baked bread she bought with her to sell, and we bought some, and you know, it was lovely, you know, better than the baker's bread, really.
Really is lovely.
When I was talking to one man, and later on I saw him, his wife was at the guild, I said to him, your wife brings some bread home? Yes, he said, I told her to get some more. He liked it that well.
This was just with white flour bread?
Yes, it was those days.
Flour, yeah.
But now they have different types. This woman had all different kinds of bread there, and the crust was just delicious.
We used to kill pigs too in the winter time. and we had a smokehouse at the back of the house there. Used to smoke the metwurst, hams and bacon and all that stuff.
Yeah, my people used to do that too, kill pigs.
It was a big day, pig killing
Yeah,
day.
it was a week,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
about a week's out, wasn't it? By the time they
Had a
cut
big
it up.
gum tree, used to have a high up, and then they'd pull the pig up there till next day.
On the gambrel and
Yeah.
leave it there overnight
Yeah,
and do
that's
the
right, yeah.
cutting up next day.
That's right, yeah. we
Big
used-
business making
Then some used
sausages,
to be, yeah,
Then they used to make
rice wurst and leberwurst and
and
bratwurst
oh, that's going to sound
and
funny.
blood sausage too.
Yes.
from the blood that was
Yeah.
saved for when the
Yeah.
pig was stuck.
Then they used to press wash too. They used to put a weight on.
And this, you'd have this for breakfast. And on
Yeah,
sandwich?
rice wash we used to have for breakfast. Fry it, yeah.
Leberwurst, which is made from the liver.
Yeah,
Yeah, they used to eat that like that,
spread that on
cold.
bread.
And hams and bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be lovely, the homemade bacon. The bacon you buy now doesn't seem to be the same, does it? It's done too quick or something, I think.
Different ingredients.
Yeah.
How did you smoke the
They used to have chips, like wood chips.
wood chips, but
Yeah,
this
yeah.
was just smoke, not blaze.
No,
No,
smoke.
the smoke. They keep on piling it on, you know, to
Keep the
half
fire.
choke it, sort of.
And you'd smoke it there for days sometimes.
Don't know how long.
Yeah,
it is.
several days, yes. I think it would be a week or so or more.
And you made corned meat.
Corn, yes, but to pickle the meat too.
Did you
Yeah.
used to?
Yes, they used to pickle, they used to pickle the corn, like the legs sometimes.
Salt and saltpeter
Yeah,
to make it
yeah.
red.
Yeah,
If you just pick it without, I think they put a bit of brown sugar in it too, I think.
You used to keep quite a few cows.
yeah, I suppose about 12 cows or so. Yes, all by hand. And there used to be a straw shed. Used to be able to put 2 cows in at a time, 2 for milk there. They have a yard and the cows, like for one to go out, you put another lot in.
Like a bale.
Bale, yes, that's right.
Otherwise they'd be running loose.
Oh, yes. Sometimes you had a leg rope on, 1 or 2 used to kick. Then we had a big implement shed close to the cow shed there. Used to put the implements in.
That was-
that was straw shed too.
And the horse stable,
Also was a straw shed.
that's straw
Yeah.
thatched.
Thatched,
But the
yes,
sides,
yes.
sides were
You used to have forks,
Yeah.
put yeah.
for the uprights.
Yeah.
But the sides were they galvanised iron. The walls.
No, it was just straw.
No, that's
the sides.
They'd have it like
Wouldn't be
going,
straw.
running both ways, see?
Yes, that's the roof.
That's the
But,
roof.
but the walls, the
What
side
about the sides?
walls, they were wood or galvanised iron,
How long they used to be?
I think
stone.
they had mangers like close up, we put chaff in, I suppose it would have been iron perhaps.
Mm.
I don't
So you're
remember.
not sure what they
No,
were.
No, they doesn't forget,
no.
Yes.
Used to have like one side you could walk along
Yes.
and all this and you'd tip the chaff in as you go.
How did you travel with those when you were young?
Travel,
Yes.
you mean like to the town and that? Well, we'd travel by buggy,
Horse and buggy.
yeah, horse and buggy, 2
What?
horses.
What kind of buggy did you have?
First one we had was 3-seater, seat in the front and 2 seats side on. Remember those?
Yes.
Yes, we had that. And then,
What was there a special name for that?
no, I don't know what the name they call that. More like a coach, wouldn't it be? Yeah.
That was for to
That
take.
was
quite a
one
few
in the-
people.
when we were young. They used to have like the whole family. We used to get the lot in there, I suppose. And then after that, when they were grown up, some of the older ones, they got a trap, rosa trap. They call them with a hood on. You could either tip the back seat over, or you also have it the other way.
So that you were facing backwards.
Yes, you'd be facing backwards.
Yes, I say, I almost
Yes, but then you could, as children, you could just tilt the back over and be closed in like, you know.
And you had one that you called masher dray.
Then we had a masher dray beside. They used to use that one with only one or two, perhaps.
That was also a light vehicle.
Light vehicle, yes. After style of sulky, only more room to put stuff in. It was like same as the spring dray, had the door at the back, and the front one, like the sulky, like had like a board, and the sides you could get out, you know.
And very big wheels.
Yes, fairly big wheels. Yeah.
Did you have any experience with retiring wheels?
Yes, I suppose I would have. I don't remember much about that. But
They had to be done periodically.
yes,
the
so
iron
you go to the
wheel.
town. There used to be a wheelwright, used to be a bloke named Marsh. Used to be up the top, you know where the Exchange Hotel is there, at the top end. You know where they park the cars now? Used to be a blacksmith shop there. He used to be a wheelwright. He never used to show horses. He used to like do traps and that sort of tiring and that. Marsh was his name.
And the wheels would have to be greased periodically, the axles.
Yes, you'd have to pull the axle and put the
Prop
grease.
them up, prop the vehicle up and
Yeah.
pull the wheel off and
Yeah.
grease it.
You'd sort of jack it up or something, yeah. Had
And
to do that.
the horses had to be shoed periodically.
Shod, yes.
Only when you had them on the road, but actually my father never did much road work with the horses. They never used to
No, the horse used to drive the buggy had to be shot.
Oh yes, they had to be shot.
I remember Mum having hers.
There used to be a lot of blacksmith shop at Gore. There used to be one in Williston, near the Williston Hotel. They got a parking place there with a used to be a shop. And then there was a bloke named Jones, where the Kingston Hotel is, where they park the car. There used to be a place there. You used to shoot horses. That was their parking place these times. And then there was Withers, you know where the Commonwealth Savings Bank is at the top end. Used to be a lane go through there, and they used to drive through there, and they had a shop more towards High Street. Back there, there used to be a blacksmith shop there, Withers. And then Withers used to have a lolly shop and a cool drink shop, just near in the street, like the street. Used to, they'd have or perhaps after they'd have about 2 or 3 dozen people could sit and have a cool drink or ice cream.
Still hang around the young people, didn't
Yeah,
Did the
a lot of
young-
young people used to go there.
Those days,
Years ago, they used to always have the shops open Friday night.
yes.
All the young people, used to come in Friday nights, they'd go up, they'd walk on the road and all, they'd walk on the road.
they? The street.
Yes, they used to have traps, they used to, in these hotel yards, they used to have, you could tie up horses and that. You wouldn't have to drive through the street at all.
People used to go in for shopping and make it a pleasure trip as well.
Yeah.
They'd be all, standing around talking. So nowadays they just rush into shop and go home again, don't they?
See where cheap foods are, that used to be all place where they used to have, they had a shed right at the back in the High Street. Used to put horses in there, and they'd have places to tie up horses there. And the Gall Arms is the same, where they got the parking around the back of the Gall Arms. That used to be a place too where they used to tie all the buggies and horses.
Tell me more about Gawler then, if you wish to.
I don't know. There used to be a wheelwright shop, where coalers are. There used to be one like do tyres, trolleys and different things. And there used to be a blacksmith shop, a bloke named Sandy used to shoe horses there, same place. Used to quite a lot of work. And then there used to be, years ago, there used to be all auction done there.
Auctions, what, cattle and sheep?
Yes, all there. You have to cross the road from the hotel. That used to be all like cattle yards and horses and all they used to sell there.
Sale yards, they used to call
Sale
it.
yards.
Whereabouts? Just, I can't...
Where Coles got all the parking ground.
Oh, there, yes, where coals are now.
Yeah. So that's where His chaff mill was too.
And that was the
Right.
tram terminal was there too, I understand.
Yeah,
The tram shed.
Tram shed was there too at the end.
Yeah, up right near the main road on that
Main
side. Tram shed used to be just off the road there.
What
And then
year?
they used to have pictures, open air pictures of, you know, that corner shop when you go up Lindog Road on the right hand side. There's a lot of, you know, second hand cars sold. Well, they used to have open air pictures there. A bloke named Mackenzie. used
When
to-
you were young.
Yeah,
Mm.
you know.
And how much would you have to pay to go in to see those in their pictures?
Sixpence, I think, wasn't
I
it?
don't know what it was. I forget.
I think it was sixpence. in the
Oh, it wouldn't be
afternoon.
sixpence, be more than sixpence here. It might be 20 cents. I don't know.
Oh, no.
see.
That's,
Mm.
you went, it was open air and you went in with just walked in and sat or in your car or?
No, no,
sitting, I
you,
think,
you
had
sit,
seats.
there's
Mm,
seats, yes,
yeah.
there was no cars, no.
No, it
Wasn't
wasn't
that
like
room.
not like the pictures are now, not
No,
the open
no.
air with the cars.
And
No,
did
this
you take Louise there when you were
No, we
courting?
didn't.
No,
there.
no, I wasn't going with her then. That was
We
before
went-
her time.
We went to a circus there once together, didn't we? We were going to go and then
Circus.
yeah, Worth Circus. I don't know
Oh,
what
that
stuff.
used to be in the race
The
course
race
there.
course.
That's where the circus
I don't know,
used to
did it
be.
rain or something? We changed our mind, we sat on the front veranda for a while, then we went inside.
That was just as good.
I don't know, we sort of
The
changed our
Worth
mind.
Circus used to come every year to Gawler.
Every year.
Yeah. But I don't think that's going anymore, Worth Circus, is it?
No,
Not
I
here.
think they amalgamated with some others, I think,
Yes.
now.
What year did you get married?
1934.
Mm.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
And where did you live when you were married?
What is
Oh, we lived on
it's called the blocks.
Gawler Blocks, a woman named Mrs. Collins.
That's out Evanston Way.
Yes,
Evanston
Yeah.
Evanston Gardens now,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, we just
Then,
rented the place
before
there.
you get to the school, there's a slant road.
Oh, you don't have to say all that, do you?
There's about 2 houses down from there we had a place.
So you rented a place there for
Yes.
the
Yeah,
start.
that's
Pound
all
a week.
£1 a week.
Yeah.
How
And-
many rooms?
Oh, a nice house. There's
Yeah,
4 main rooms
stone
and then
house.
there's like
Brick,
a kitchen.
a stone house?
Stone house, yes. And then a lean-to kitchen that was separate, but the wash house was out a bit further, but it was a building I used to wash inside, didn't have to wash outside.
20 acres of land was on that place.
And you had a garden and did for
Yeah.
yourself?
Yes, the garden and we had about half a dozen cows in the house.
Oh, we don't have that many, about 2
Four,
or 3, I
about
think.
4.
You used to go
cows.
out working as well. Who got
Then I
pigs,
had to fowl besides, like, yeah.
And vegetables?
Yeah, I think we used
Yeah.
to grow a few.
We used
yeah.
to have a few vegetables, yeah.
This was 1934 in the Depression years.
Yes,
Yeah.
probably.
Did you find it very hard?
Oh, not too bad. See, I saved a bit of money before I was married and
But then it
I
got spent sort of on the place.
got spent
more or
on the
less.
place, yeah.
We bought hay for the cows and
Then
we went working again.
there 2 years. And
Yeah.
then we shifted over the other
Waterfield
side of the
Road.
river. A bloke named Steer bought Lucas's place and he didn't want the house. So we rented that house for 10 shillings a week. And we had 2 cows, that was right. We could have the feed out in the paddock, but if we had to buy hand feed, we had to buy them. And I used to go to Oranges and get char for the cows.
Neighbours, yes, through the
Right.
scrub.
Across
There was
the
a-
scrub
There was a
there,
scrub in
wasn't
between our 2 places. You couldn't see their place. And
I used to carry them on my
Tight
shoulder,
bags,
one
yeah.
bag in front, were tied together.
Really? There was quite a bit
Yes.
of scrub there then in those
Yes,
years.
there was. I think that perhaps it's still there, I don't know.
yeah, I think it might be. I think last time we
I
drove
think
out
so.
there. Yeah, well, the chap was telling us while we were living there, he pointed out, he said, all this was scrub. He said when he was courting, going to see
There
his
were
girl, they'd go
torch.
through all through scrub land.
Martin Schwartz married a Lucas
Oh,
years
I
ago.
didn't say all that.
This was what you call mallee scrub or stringy bark.
No, it was just
Wasn't
sort of-
mallee, was
no, it wasn't mallee, it was mainly pine, scrub pine and peppermint trees. These are big trees.
Quite
There wasn't much-
solid trees.
Solid trees, yes.
And how do they clear them? Do you know?
Oh, no, they were
Uh,
cleared by one time before we got there. I didn't really go into that how they cleared it.
The land was cleared by, there was
No,
about
we
10
could've-
acres of scrub there.
Could have really asked this chap, more about it, how they cleared it. You don't think of it at the time, do you? That'll be of interest later on.
They used to cut a lot of limestone to the kilns from out that place too.
From wards built.
Yeah.
Yes. You worked as a labourer most of your life.
Yeah.
Because your father sold the farm and retired into Gawler.
Retired, yeah.
How much did he get for the farm when he sold it?
He got £4,000.
That was how much per acre?
That was £25 an acre, £25.
And this was about in 1921.
They were really good.
1921, yeah.
He had a good offer. He was really silly to sell, really. He thought he'd going to buy another farm, and he'd come into Gawler then, and
Oh,
the money
Rudell
away.
said to him, lawyer Rudell used to be in Gawler years ago. Gills is there now. But he told my father he'd wait a couple of years, land will drop. And it didn't drop much. He could have bought land around Freeling for about £10 an acre, £12 an acre those times. He got £24 an acre, £25 an acre.
For his land out at Gawler River.
Yeah, he could have bought 2 acres. But they didn't buy
The
it.
drink
He
got
thought
hold
he'd
of him.
retire a couple of years and he stopped there and never ever got any further.
Then when you were married, you were just a labourer.
Yeah.
And did you come to live in Gawler?
No, we lived
No,
out
we lived out
at
there.
Edison Gardens.
You were Mrs. Collins' place.
We had one child there. Then we shifted to this other place. We were there 8 years. We had 3 children there.
And how many
Yeah.
children have you got all told?
5.
5?
And then we came here. We had one over here. A month later we come here. Kevin was born.
That was 5 boys.
5 boys, yeah.
Then,
Yeah, I did
they were
some
married.
stone riding there in the
Stone?
place. Stone riding for lime kiln.
Yes, in that scrub there was
In
stone,
that
wasn't
scrub
there?
there. Shilling a yard.
What did you do? Could you describe it?
Stone with pick and shovel, wasn't
Pick
it?
a shovel like you dig like a quarry, you run along about 8 inches deep and you pull the stone
the
out
stone.
with pick and
Just
shovel.
pick out the stones
Yeah, pick them out and throw them out.
on the drain
And heap them up.
or
No, on the
Somebody
ground.
used to pick them up.
As you go, you throw your top dirt back, and then when you take the stone out, you put your stone on top. But they used to do it. You'd keep going, you'd go forward all the time. Of course, time to come, your quarry run out, you'd have to look for another place.
And when they picked up the lime,
There were, yes, a bloke named Turner used to have an English wagon. He used to pick up the stone, like to take the lime kiln. His brothers had the lime kiln.
you didn't burn any lime yourself out there.
No.
And then you
And
came to live in Gawler.
Came to live here then.
Yes.
Mm.
And how
No,
long?
well, we lived at Mullers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did rent another place there. Mr.
Next
Stair wanted
road
to,
up from there.
he wanted to
What
live
you
in
call
the house.
Parker's Road. That's where we lived on that
Yeah,
road.
he wanted to live in the house himself, so
Yeah.
we went to
He sold that place. He would lived up the next road. He sold that place, and he wanted to live there because he sold the other place. So we had a shift. We lived 3 years on Parker's Road.
While we came here, I don't know whether it's necessary to put on that, see, his mother lived here. And his,
in this house.
Yes, and his brother.
Yeah.
And his brother bought a place in Adelaide, and he said the mother to go down there and live with him near her daughter, to look after her.
Prospect.
Because that's how we come to live here. So we bought the place from his mother, but he had to borrow it from his brother, single brother. And after he could pay off so much at a time, but after in the end he said, oh, it doesn't matter about leave the rest go. So this place
Yeah.
come fairly cheap now for us.
300. What I paid £500. He let me have it.
Rest then.
No, I paid 300 down, and he paid the rest. He
So,
said I could have it.
A stone house of 4 rooms.
This house here, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And how much land did you have?
Here?
Yes.
Uh,
Half
Well,
an
the
acre.
highways took a half an acre just about.
But when you first bought it, how much?
Yeah,
I
it
think
went right to the corner where the
Would have been an
where
acre,
you
would
cross over there.
Oh,
Acre
I think
ground, yeah.
It's that would have been the other side of the bypass.
No, this side, it was all this side the bypass. There's an electric light pole nearly up to the main road there. That's
It took
where
a strip
started.
like and sort of tapered up the
There was
little
3 corner
fence there.
blocks, boy, the 3 corner blocks.
And how old would you say the house was?
This
Well,
one, about 80, I think.
Oh, it must be all that because next door neighbour inquired how that was built around about the same time as this one, I think. He recorded it at nearly 100 years old.
Oh,
And then you added rooms to it at the back.
We added this room
kitchen.
and the sunroom. We added, and we got, I built that toilet myself, that toilet.
Yeah, a chap came along here a few months ago and he reckons we'd get 70,000 for if we bought it.
Well, agent Henschke, you remember? No, Merv Henschke
No,
goes
that
to the
doesn't
menu,
know.
you know. He brought an agent here, and we went home the day,
You're not putting
and
all
he
this
reckoned
on
about
tape, are you?
70,000.
Put all this on
About 70,000 for this place, if I sold it.
tape. That would be in just other people.
But we don't know. You might auction it. They may
Shouldn't
not give you as much.
You shouldn't mention names, you just say a chap and know.
Anyway, you used to have an underground tank here at the back.
Yes, where the sunroom is now.
You filled it up.
Filled up, we
Yeah.
put the sunroom there.
Had an old Douglas pump on it, you know, just pump a hand.
A hand pump.
Yes, when you go
Douglas
back
pump
and
they call
forward.
them.
Oh, those with the
Yeah.
backwards and
No,
forwards.
no, with a handle, and they could go up and down like that with a handle.
No, you
Not
used to
those?
go side on. No, you used to go
Oh,
side
yes,
on.
afterwards we did for to pump in the hot water.
Oh,
system.
first we one of the
Yeah,
old
Douglas
pumps, you know,
pumps,
them
yeah.
old-fashioned pumps with a handle. We had that on first.
And you didn't have any running water in the house. You had to carry it in
Oh,
from
we had to
outside.
carry it in, yes, this
The
is all been done
rainwater,
since.
yeah.
This is the rainwater, and then the tap there is tap water, the cold water
Yes.
is there.
See, we got hot water running in here and cold water in that tap there.
I was going to ask you, what kind of a wedding did you have?
Oh, a very plain one, really. Oh, I was dressed as a bride and all that, but
All in white.
we had the reception in my husband's house because it was bigger than ours where we lived out there on the blocks, and
We only had a few people. Just,
yeah, it's just a close relatives. But we had the real old-fashioned idea when it come midnight for the eldest went to take my veil off and put a hat on.
This was a traditional custom
yeah,
of unveiling the bride.
Yes, and putting a hat on.
Yes.
In
So that you were a bride
We're sort
no
of ready
longer,
to
but
go
now
well. But we didn't go anywhere for honeymoon. We stayed there because we didn't just have the money to do anything like that.
the unveiling was you were a bride and then you were a wife.
Like woman then afterwards. Yeah.
It was an old custom.
Yes,
and they
it
used to
was.
have a song they used to sing with that,
Yes, I think there was.
a special
too.
one for it.
Yeah. His eldest brother's wife, like sister-in-law, they reckon was the oldest one. They had a great big table in the dining room, the big dining room there, because of a big family, and we all sat around there.
About 20 or 30
Yeah,
or
I
more.
suppose a bit over 20, I think, the
Yes,
relatives.
it was a big
Yeah, might have been nearly 30, perhaps, for the children. Too, some children.
So you didn't have a big
No.
reception.
No.
Not
No.
many relatives.
No.
We had the wedding in the church. My brother played the organ. He was,
Pastor Prather married us.
you know,
Remember Pastor Prather?
I don't know.
How many bridesmaids did you have?
Only one.
Just
My
one
sister,
bridesmaid
yeah,
and a
one-
groomsman.
And two little flower girls. I got a photo,
what-
I can bring a photo if you like.
What colour, what were they dressed in?
I don't know, they were pink, I think. Well, the photo wouldn't tell you either because it was a black and white photo.
Yes. Did you wear a buttonhole?
Yeah, used to have a white, but no, they used to have a bow tie those times, years ago. Now they wear ties.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you wore your best Sunday suit
yeah.
and you didn't go away for a honeymoon, you just stayed.
Yeah,
On
I
the
was
place.
working out there grape picking out of Lindog at the time. I didn't go.
This would have been in March.
April the 7th we got married.
So you worked as a labourer then during the Depression years. Did you have work all the time?
Oh, I worked, but not much money. Used to get about you'd get about 10 shillings a week and keep.
10 shillings a week and keep. That's
Yeah, that's
board.
right.
Look
That's
at the
like
big things we start with sheep, and let's see, my sister-in-law's, his sister's
Veil.
veil.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
nice.
I know she had a lovely veil.
Oh,
But
you
those
look really
days-
handsome, you do.
I don't know what I'd do.
Oh, well, you had to wear glasses, that was the trouble.
Yes.
No, that was quite traditional. Long white dress, a full flared skirt, long sleeves, and gloves. You wore
yeah,
white
they
gloves.
used to have the gloves. Used to hold them in their hand.
Then he
with the
held
foot.
his
This
gloves
was in the photo, and yeah, where did you have the photo taken?
at Marchants.
Marchants used to be in Gawler.
Yeah,
You
he was a
remember Marchants in Gawler?
photographer for years. See, his
That's right.
father was, and his son go to the now
And you had this photo taken the next day or the same day?
Same day.
same day. Yes.
Yes, after we.
Yes, those days you had to go to the photographer and have your photo taken. Nowadays they just have photographers at the church and that, don't they? And yeah, I think they were pink.
The brides,
Girls.
the flower
Yes,
girls
their
and
mother,
the brides.
one of their mothers made their cousins, these two.
Yes.
They're two of Barbie's sister's children.
Long dresses
yeah.
with flounces and
Yeah.
frills, and puff
And-
sleeves, and a gathered
Yeah.
waist. And the bridesmaid, huge sheaf of flowers.
Yes, I know. It would be fun now. They only have a time. I don't know whether it was necessary
Posy.
to have such a big.
Oh, this was the custom then.
Yeah.
A little bit of flowers or something. No, a little headgear in the hair.
Yeah, that's right. That's maybe.
Those,
And this was your brother who was
there's my
the
brother.
best man. Also white gloves,
Yeah, holding his gloves.
bow tie, very
Very
straight.
sedate, isn't he? Well, he looks
Very
it.
dignified.
They really,
Yeah, very solemn.
mm.
Oh. For your wedding, can you remember what sort of things you got ready? Food for the wedding breakfast?
I don't really know. I think it was a cold meal.
I don't know.
Because quite
Sure.
years ago they used to have noodle soup and all that. I don't think we had that. I think it was a cold meal. I can't really remember what we had. I was too excited, I suppose.
But
For
the food would all
was
have
good.
been prepared at
Oh
home.
yes, because one of my aunties they came over and helped to with the wedding
Were you the first girl to get married?
in our family. Yes, I was the oldest and first one to get married, and I think my oldest brother, the second one, was nearly the second to last to get married. Got married older.
Yeah.
So,
Did you were you able to afford a car soon after you were married?
no,
No, we didn't. We couldn't afford a car, no.
just had a horse and buggy.
And
We had a
when-
hooded buggy, little hooded buggy, so it wasn't so bad really.
But when would you have bought your first car?
Oh, that was 1942.
Yeah, from Roseworthy.
How much would that cost you?
£25.
Well, the 25.
Oh, 27 was it?
No, £27 10. I think.
Second hand,
Oh,
Second
yes.
hand, yeah,
A Chev.
yeah,
1924 ship.
yeah.
Mm.
Those were the ship with the hard spring at the back.
Oh, that's,
And did you have to buy your petrol? Could you buy your petrol at the Bowser?
yes.
Yeah, yeah. But those times, petrol was only 2 shillings a gallon. And then that was Shell and Plume.
Yeah. So you were able to buy your petrol at the Bowser.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to ask you, during the Second World War, was there much bad feeling about you being Germans?
There was a little, yes.
That was
Okay.
First World War, but Second World War.
Oh, the second, no, not the second.
The First World War, they used to.
Yes.
But not the Second World War.
Yes, and we shifted up to Kaibunga, like an I family. We went to school there and it came back to us. A neighbour told us and someone told a neighbour, we've got a German family started school and they're pretty clever too. They thought German people would be silly or something. I must have thought. This is pretty clever too, they said.
So there wasn't any hard comeback at you for being German?
No.
That you were treated any different?
No, we weren't really.
Because you were out in the country still.
Yeah.
And so not during the World War either?
No, I don't think there's any ill feelings in the Second World War, as far as I know.
I don't think.
My father had his all the rifles, guns confiscated.
Oh.
Did this happen here?
No, my dad had a rifle.
No.
He used to keep it up on, these hooks they had in the passage, with the hats. He had his rifle lying across there. He never. What he used to do quite a lot was if he met anybody in the street and he was German, they talked German, and just to worry mum, she said you might get,
Dogged in.
yes, for talking German. Because wasn't the chap in Tanunda?
Yes,
I think
quite a
that,
few.
Oh, he was a doctor.
yeah.
Dr. Beck.
They sent him Becker, that's what it was. They sent him back to Germany. He had to go back to Germany. He married a woman from Freeling, but I think they stayed here. He had to go back on
Yeah,
his
with all
own.
that on,
Did you have any special home remedies when the children were small?
Eucalyptus was one, I think.
That's for colds,
um,
eucalyptus and sugar?
yes, we did that a bit too. But no, we didn't. Not great ones for sugar, but rubbing in. Oh, there was some stuff called not vapor rub, something like vapor
Vicks rub.
Vicks and then there was antiphlogistin. Remember that? So
That
we
was a
passed
plaster.
on. Yeah, that was. I know my dad had pneumonia, and he had mum put just antiphlogistin passed on. It cured him. Yes, it didn't have very bad.
Did you have what they called painkiller for toothache?
Yes, we had something used to dab on oil of cloves, I think.
And then there was Bates salve,
Yeah, later side you got a splinter and you put the plaster.
Boils.
Pulled out.
bring the boils to the
Yeah.
head.
Mm.
Did you do sewing at home?
Yes, I
Your
did
own
quite a bit
sewing?
of sewing. Yeah.
Made dresses for yourself?
Yes, used to do all my own sewing. A lot of it. Occasionally I'd go and buy, a real good best dress, but I sew a lot.
And for your children too?
Yes, I made pyjamas and shirts and all that for them. I wondered about now how I did it. They all had whooping cough together too at one stage.
All five of them?
4 of them then, that was then, yes. No, the 5th one didn't have it. He had an injection and the injections came in then. So
that
there
was-
was nearly 5 years difference between the second to last and the last one.
That was pretty bad then when they had the whooping cough together.
Yes, they used to hang on to the veranda post and cough and be scary, really.
Did they get any complications?
No, they didn't. They were lucky because nowadays I reckon they don't have the injection, they get complications now. Complications so easy, don't they? They were talking the other day about that the people when having the children immunised against measles.
The,
They used to have
yes,
this-
did your children have measles too?
Yes. They didn't have them all together, I don't think. So it's spread out a bit.
They used to sell this influenza mixture at the chemist years ago. That used to be good.
Yeah,
Influenza mixture.
Just
was
put
good.
influenza mixture.
Oh, influenza.
Yeah, take that for when you had a bad flu.
Now they reckon I'll just stay in bed or take aspirin, don't they?
What kind of materials did you use for your work clothes?
Dungaree, was it? They're called dungaree, they're called jeans now. It's called dungaree.
Good, strong dungaree.
Yeah.
Did you make his coats too?
No, never made anything like that, no. Just
So you bought
I
them?
didn't make his shirts either, only children's shirts.
You bought
Yes.
your work clothes.
Yes, used to buy that. I think work trousers used to be about 7 and 6 a pair, I think, those days.
What about boots? What kind of boots did you wear?
Yeah, just lace-up boots.
Yes, for working and shoes.
Bluchers.
We used to have spare
They called them
shoes.
bluchers, I think, didn't they?
They were the ones with elastic, I think.
Yeah.
And you used to buy these military boots too.
And how much
Yeah,
would
they
they
were-
have been in those days?
I've no idea.
7 and 6?
Mm.
These military boots, they used to be really good water. They used to keep the water out.
Remember what the price
They
was?
were $18.
Oh,
18.
£18.
No, I mean 18 shillings. 18 shillings.
Oh, would it be that low?
Yeah. Well, you used to buy a pair of cheap boots for about 5 and 6, 5 and 6 years, 5 and 6 a pair.
Remember the
They were
blazers the boys used to
summer.
wear, navy blazers with this sort of the cord around like that?
Yeah.
And I was shopping one day and they were 5 and 6, those navy ones. And they had these grey ones, he brought them out for 7 and 6. And I thought, oh, can I spare it? I thought, oh yes, I will, blow it all, I will. When I got home, he growled because I paid more, 2 shillings more. And so we went to the show and they were dressed and met one of his sisters. Oh, she said, Louie, you'd always dress your boys so nice. So I felt real pleased. I paid a bit extra for those blazers. They were only just for Bess, those blazers then for them.
Yes, you wore your good clothes just for Bess.
Yes,
And
I know.
changed when you came home.
When you come home. Nowadays I go to school and they don't change. When they come home they put them clean again next day.
Yeah, were your children able to have a good schooling?
Yes, oh yes, it was a good schooling. Yeah, they all went to high school. They had to sacrifice a bit, like perhaps a dress less or something like that. They've all got good jobs now.
They all got the intermediate. One went up for his
Leaving, yes.
Leaving.
He's in the lands department, a draftsman. And the oldest and the youngest in telecom, the oldest one was a technician in telecom, the youngest one was, you call it, people that write.
telecom. Right, what do you mean?
Sign. Something.
What, Kevin you talking
Yeah.
about?
Paul has it just in the
Telecom.
office. Yes, I know he's in telecom, but
Yeah.
he's what he's in telecom.
What's he doing?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I can't think of the name, isn't it awful? Can't you people help me
It's all
out?
right. No, I don't know.
Thomas. Yeah, getting nearer. Polygraphy. No, it's just a common word. Just anybody who's
He worked for
in,
telecom anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So they have all got good jobs.
Yes, that's right.
They all working.
And you have grandchildren?
Yes, 11.
11 grandchildren.
6 girls and 5 boys.
And did you have special celebrations for your silver wedding or your golden wedding?
Yes, we had some celebrations. Not real big, but you know, sort of in one of the son's carport. They all cleaned it out and had it in there. And,
Do you have a special church service?
no, not the church service we did for the weddings. Just amongst the family. We had the ministers there that married us and they spoke a bit there, but wasn't in the church.